Hey guys. All right. So we're back and I'm just going to talk to y'all a little bit about some dive trips or a dive trip. Um I don't know how many of y'all have been on Blackbeards Liveaboards. They operate out of the Bahamas. If you've watched any of my videos, I'm sure you've heard me mention the Bahamas a few times. Um Now, if you go do Blackbeard's Liveaboards, fantastic crew. Now I've never been on the Aquacat or the other one, the Cat Paloo. Never been on those. I was on the Morningstar, and the Morningstar has a sister ship. I don't remember what it was called, but they're almost identical ships. But anyway, so I'm on the Morningstar, which is a 65-foot power sail assist power boat, I guess. Anyway, um, big boat. Total number of people it would house would be about 30. That includes the crew now. That's not just guests. So if you get on there with that many people, it's full. I mean, it is full. Um, each cabin would have a bathroom. And when I say bathroom, I mean a toilet and a sink. Um, I was in the forward cabin, and it was one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight of us up there. You come back to one, and we had one toilet, one sink for eight of us. And then you come back one cabin is one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight people in there. They had one toilet, one sink in there. So you're pretty close proximity. You come back to the main cabin, which they call it a salon. That's also where the galley is. That was probably the biggest area below deck, or well, besides maybe the engine room. But I was a guest. We didn't go to the engine room, and I imagine it was pretty tight in the engine room, to be honest with you. But anyway, so we're in the salon. In the salon, you'd have a table in there. Then there'd be the galley, and you could get food, and there was room for one, two, three, four, five, six, 12. You could have 12 people that stayed there. Um, Now, granted, that's full house, two to a bed, um, and that is also they had their setup was a little bit different, um, and they had a shower there, and that was the shower for the entire boat. And there's a little spider dancing around over there in front of my camera. All right, so anyway, um, so when we were on the boat, one shower for everybody, which needless to say, you didn't get a whole lot of shower time, and you might be showering in there. There might be 20 people in the salon eating, drinking, having a good time, and then here you come out and you're in nothing but a towel. So I mean, you know, you better not be somebody who's too shy when you do it. But anyway, I mean, like I said, you're close proximity to everybody, and you get to know everybody. You don't have a choice but to get to know everybody. Anyway, you get on that boat. The way it worked, you fly in. Pretty much pretty much I think everybody that was on it with me, we all flew in the night before, stayed in hotels, and then we got on the boat the next morning. You do your check in, you get your cabin, you set up your gear on a tank, and your bags are gone. So you get whatever you need off. You do not need much. All right. You need for a week. You need like three pairs of shorts. And when I say shorts, or three bathing suits, I should say, because women aren't they might be wearing bikinis. But anyway, three bathing suits. Um, you need. I took, I think it was five t-shirts, and I would you know just you'd reuse them. I took too much, to be honest with you. Um, but the reason why you want to take extra stuff, you want to take That's the weirdos down the street. Don't know them, but they're weird. But anyway, um, you're going to keep using the same clothes while you're on the boat. Everybody is. There was one guy, the guy that was in my cabin, great guy, but he did not do that. And he kept all his dirty clothes in the cabin. And by like day 3, it was rancid in there. So you're going to, and the real talk, what you're going to do is you're going to take, you know, you're going to wear a pair today. You're going to wear that same pair. You're going to wear a different pair tomorrow. So the pair you get on the boat with, you're going to wear those. You're going to dive in them. After you dive in them, you're going to take them off. You're going to hang them over the rail. You're going to put on another pair. Next day, you're going to dive in the pair that you put on the day before. And then when you get done, you're going to swap them for the ones you were just wearing. You're on the boat for like 5 days. You can go with 2 pairs of swimming trunks and just alternate them, because you're not going to change throughout the day. You're going to change like once. And same thing with shirts. If you wear a rash guard, you wear a rash guard and then you have like another shirt. So when you get done diving, you take the rash guard off, you put on the t-shirt. You get ready to dive again, you take the shirt off, put the rash guard back on. And, again, you don't need a lot of clothes on this trip. Now, when you're on the boat, all your food, all your drinks are covered, um, in the price. If you want to go drink a whole bottle of rum, you walk down there to the salon and you grab a whole bottle of rum. I mean, granted, you're here to dive. You're on the boat to dive, so going down there and just get tanked and hammered, you're not going to do a whole lot of diving. Most of the people on the boat aren't going to be just like pounding them back. Now, I would skip out on the night dives in order to take a shower, and I would drink beer and relax on the deck. By the way, your beer was, you had a keg, a tap, and you just poured beer in your cup. And but anyway, like I said, you're not just going to get smashed on the boat all week. I mean, you can, but I mean, there's cheaper ways to do it than take a liveaboard diving cruise. But anyway, um, all the food was free. You wanted fruit, you just went there and got it. Say you wanted a sandwich, they had stuff you could make, sandwiches and stuff. But then they had a chef, a cook, or whatever you want to call them, that cooked meals for you. They cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then they would also prepare snacks between breakfast and lunch, and between lunch and dinner, and it would be good. I mean, that I will still stand by. I'm 40 years old, and the best food that I've ever had in my life was on that boat. And it was a 21-year-old girl from South Africa who, it was her maiden voyage on one of these ships with this company, her maiden voyage on a boat like this. And it was literally the best food I've ever eaten in my life. And I will say that until the day I die, until I find some food that's better. Um, it was just fantastic food. I cannot say anything bad about it. To be honest with you, I can't really say anything bad about any part of that trip. The entire crew was great. If you needed something, you know, you told the crew, you told members of the crew, hey, I have a problem with this, or hey, I need some of this, or hey, whatever it was, everyone on board that boat was more than happy to help you with anything you needed. Um, you know, um, and the captain was great. The engineers were great. Everybody on there was great. Nothing bad to say about that entire boat. And actually, it was we actually had a relief captain, because the normal captain for that ship, he was actually on vacation. So we had a relief captain. And since then, I want to say several months after we got off that boat, she actually got her own boat, and she is now the captain of not a sailboat, but one of their catamarans. Which, I mean, that's, to me, that's impressive that she just went from this and then she got her full-time captain position on a catamaran. A much bigger boat. But anyway, Blackbeards Liveaboards. I want to say it's All Star Liveaboards is the name of the parent company, but you want to look for Blackbeards Cruises. They sail out of the Bahamas, out of Nassau. Fantastic group of people. When you get back to port, it's a big party. Um, and then afterwards, we end up staying an extra night in Nassau. And we made sure to go to, if you happen to go to Nassau, make sure you go down the beach there to, I can't think of the name of the beach now. But anyway, you go down the beach there. It's not far from the Margaritaville Hotel, not too far from the U.S. Embassy, just FYI. It's a good thing to know. There's a small little place on the beach, and it's called the Tiki Bikini Hut. The Tiki Bikini Hut. And go see my guy Byron down there, the owner. He's a fantastic guy. They have fantastic service. They have fantastic food, and they will treat you like kings and queens there. They're just a great group of people, great service, and you know, next time you go to the Bahamas, make sure you check them out, whether you're diving or not. Um, but anyway, the worst part of the whole trip was having to get on a plane and fly back. All right, guys. Till next time, just keep swimming.